Good morning, Craig Vinyl community. It's Sunday morning, about 6:30 in the morning, and you're probably wondering what is a vinyl guy like me doing up so early on a Sunday morning. I don't know why, but I am. I feel pretty good. It's been pretty hot here in Australia, in Queensland where I am. We've had temperatures hitting over 40 degrees Celsius, so for those of you working Fahrenheit, get your little conversion calculators out. I've had a good week, picked up some more vinyl. I'm going to the doctor's next week to get my skin checked out, a couple of moles removed. In Australia, the highest rate of skin cancer in the world, so I thought, I'm 43 now, I've got to start getting regular checks, and I've got very fair skin, so I'm getting a couple of moles removed from my legs. I'm getting just up here, if you've noticed, a little spot here. He's going to take a biopsy of this. So a mole here I'm getting cut out, and a couple down here, and one on the back over here. So look after yourselves. I picked a bunch of random stuff off the shelf that I haven't shown yet, that I've cleaned up yesterday. I've been madly using the spin cleaning records. I think I did about 40 yesterday. I'll do another 20 today, so it's got to be done. Alright, let's whip through these. So it's good to finally be able to do some vinyl finds. Felt like it's been a while since I've done a video on vinyl finds, but I've got plenty to do, so let's go through them. Australian Crawl Sirocco on EMI. Australian Crawl, I've got a few of these guys now. Early 80s type Aussie rock. Can't really go wrong. James Rain, the lead singer, still doing solo shows today. This one I was spinning last night. Pat Benatar in the Heat of the Night. Probably came across a lot better than I thought, this record. I mean, it starts off with Heartbreak. I mean, that is an incredible song. And then I see there's she does I Need a Lover by John Cougar. I mean, there's other songs on this album that she doesn't write or are covers. So, but good. It went down well late Saturday afternoon. Supertramp, Even in the Quietest Moments. I think Liam Dyer showed this in his video about a month ago. So I finally got this one, Liam. How you doing? Hawkwind, Do Re Mi Fa Sol La Ti Do. I wasn't sure what to think of this. I played it yesterday. It's defined on Wikipedia as space rock. Very experimental, I think. You read about it in Wikipedia there, and they're talking about the bass player who hadn't really played bass before, let alone be able to play guitar half decent. They converted a room, putting the old mattresses up against the wall to help with the sound, and below grade sort of equipment. But you know what? After adjusting, sort of listening to the first couple of minutes, I thought, okay. But then I sort of got into it. I thought it was really good. The first song is called Brainstorm. It takes up the bulk of side one. They're as I said, very experimental, sort of space rock, if you want to call it that. But I enjoyed it. Really cool. I think that's about 1972, something like that. As I said, I got some random stuff here, so brace yourself. Madonna. Now, I don't know if this is defined as a soundtrack or a studio album for Madonna, or whether they did it like this to protect someone to make more money, but they're normally particularly back here in the 80s and that, the soundtracks in the 70s, it's very clear it's a soundtrack. This is, like this says here, music from and inspired by the film Dick Tracy. It's still on Madonna's Sire label, so I don't mind Madonna. Yeah, I want to get all her 80s stuff. I've just about got it all now. One of U2's early ones, October, and this has the song Gloria, side 1, track A. I love U2, particularly their early stuff. Not so much into the mid-90s onwards, but everything up to the early 90s I love. Cheap Trick, Dream Police, and I played this last night, side 1. It was pretty good. Look, it's not the sort of album that's going to totally blow you away, but yeah, it's certainly definitely playable, and you can leave it on without wanting to, change the tracks. Hall & Oates, H2O. I don't think this was a hugely successful album in the 80s. It's got the song Man Eater on side 1, track A. Apart from that, I'm going to have to play it to see what songs come back to me. I was actually pleased to get this. A lot of people in the VC say it's not that easy to find. Mick Jagger's Primitive Cool, which I think is about 88. I remember getting the 45 of Let's Work, which is track 2, which is the main hit in Australia. It's on CBS. Another Rolling Stones, Dirty Work. And have you heard the new Rolling Stones album? Pretty cool label here. This one's got the Harlem Shuffle. Don't mind that. Yeah, so the new... check out Psycho's Platters if you haven't. He just did a review last night, my time, on the new Stones album. What's it called? Lonesome Blue? Something like that. And it's all covers, but it's blues. And I've been listening to it on Spotify, and I think it's excellent. I've asked a few suppliers on Friday, stores, if they had the album, and no. They all said that they promise a release date, but the record companies, labels can't get it out for another 2 weeks. So I really like it. When I go for my walks, I play it with my Spotify through my headphones. So Paul Peace, shout out to you, Psycho's Platters, if you want to hear about the album. A few more to go, guys. Huey Lewis in the news, Small World. Huey's records go reasonably cheap here in Australia. Under $10, usually, often around $5. This one's got the song I know, definitely Small World. Part 1 it's called. Great condition, as you can see. Yeah, Huey Lewis, I really like him. I think they're still gigging in the States and that, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they are. And just a good all-round fun band. Carly Simon, Hot Cakes, on the Electra label. This is one of her earlier ones, and haven't heard this one yet. But being Carly Simon and an early one, that should be good. Styx Paradise Theatre, I should say. I'm after all the Styx stuff, so this is one of their earlier ones too. Talking about Huey Lewis, he actually on the credits of this one, I believe he was the producer. It's Bruce Hornsby in the range, the way it is. This is about 1990, I believe it came out in Australia. I haven't picked up any Bruce Hornsby before. It's got the song The Way It Is, and I think that's a brilliant song. Fairly underrated, I think. I haven't heard the album yet, so I hope, going by that song, it's a good indicator of the flavour of this record, so look forward to that. Next, most of you outside of Australia probably haven't heard of these people, but it's Vince Jones and Grace Knight, Come In Spinner. Both fantastic Australian singers. This would have been in the 80s, I think, or early 90s. It's on an ABC label, which is Australian Broadcasting Commission. And they do a lot of covers of jazz numbers, so I saw that, I thought, I think it was under $5. I thought, yeah, I'll get that. Just great chill out music, so there you go. Okay guys, thanks so much. I'm about to record another video as well, just to try and catch up with these. Hope everyone in the VC is doing well and you're picking up some great stuff. As I said, it's getting really hot here in Australia. It's another nudging 40 degrees Celsius again here today on Sunday. Watching your videos, look forward to it all. And yeah, please put a comment. Anything there you liked, anything there you disliked. Are you a Huey Lewis? Are you a Huey Lewis fan or not? Bruce Hornsby, what do you think of those? So, thanks very much. Cheers.